All right. Rob's sister, Jessica Leese here for Rob is a Podcast here with Raquel and Kayla. Congratulations on second place and an incredible race. You two really came on at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you both, you did so well. You really, I was starting to feel like, okay, this is, here we go. And then I know you had trouble with that final puzzle. What was the one thing that was really the thing that was the biggest obstacle in that puzzle?
For us, it was the candy and the coin. Obviously watching back, they pinpoint certain things, but for us, like truly in that moment and even watching it back, we had studied this whole entire thing, leg 1 through 10, but the last leg we had those blinders on. And again, we have Kim and Pin nipping at our heels, but the whole day we're in first place. We're good into one challenge. We're leaving in first place. So it's almost like a holy shit, but they're right behind us. So we little mistakes, man. But for us, it was definitely the candy and the coin. The options were so many different shades of gold and like little images, but I didn't do that one. Raquel did it. And again, like that was a grueling task. So when she got it, she's like, let's get the heck out of here, So those were the two for us that really tripped us up.
Yeah. And who looks at the coin? You're just like, here you go, Oracle.
Yeah. We're like,
all I remember was it was gold and the gold color was ingrained in my mind. And on the sheet, on the roadblock, it said like something about a gold coin. And so that's all I remember. But then when I put up the gold coin, the goldest one, it wasn't the gold coin. And I was like, well, I'm at the loss of words right now. I don't understand. This is a flawless board and it's apparently not.
I actually would love to talk about the first time that the gold coin came into everybody's lives. How did you get that so fast?
I swear it's having a calm mind. It's the meditation that I do on a regular basis. I went into this just being very at peace. And I just had this gut wrenching feeling like I was going to be okay. Like I thought I'd either find it first or second. And then I started seeing how other teams were breaking down. And I was like, oh, like I'm doing okay with this, like I'm not being frantic. I didn't really have like, a task detailed how I was going to do it. I was just going to like, I don't know, whatever the juju kind of, swung me to in that area.
And this is why Raquel was perfect for this challenge. I literally said, I was like, Raquel, this is you. This is perfect. I get up there. Like I can see Kim has been crying. Pin is like, oh my God, we've been here forever. Kim's really not doing okay. And in my mind, I'm like, this is Raquel's because she's like talking to the oracle. And in my mind, I'm like, you should be flipping over stones right now. This is what I would be doing. Like, I would be the one, like, I would have been like Dusty and like, oh, like, thank God it was her because I literally said, I go, she's gonna be the first one to find this freaking thing.
Because that challenge was all mental. I mean, it was luck, but it was so just keeping your mind right and just having patience. And I don't know, I had the gods with me that day. So it worked out.
It seemed like in the back half of the race, you two really started to figure things out and really just like went into another gear, not to bring manual transmission into this. But what did you two figure out between your relationship to really go from a team that was like sort of, in the top half to a team that was really, 1 and 2 down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, I think going back after the 19 months, we had a lot of time to self-reflect and discuss like where can we improve? And like that's kind of hard to say, like going on the race because you don't know what's going to be thrown at you. You don't know if it's going to be physical, you don't know if it's going to be mental, and you can do your best to pick the right partner to do certain stuff or pick the right detour. But these clues are a little obscure. So it's like it's all about like your mental mindset, right? And like how do we work together? But more so, we would analyze every little thing at the end of a leg and be like, okay, we were so close, but not quite there. We didn't get first yet until the 9th leg. So we wanted to take things one little bite at a time. And it was slow it down, like really honestly, just slow it down and make the best choices for us. Don't think about everyone else because there were really, really, really strong teams. And we were the only ones all the way up until leg 9 that didn't win first. So we were just like, don't look at it as like this overwhelming, like thing that we need to overcome. Like, let's just do it one day at a time. Let's love each other. Let's support each other through the whole thing and have fun. And I think like the cards will just like play into the way that it's supposed to.
I think it helped too, like with detours, like we slowed it down and we like analyzed, okay, like which detour sounds like it would make more sense. Like what there was in Lugano, there was this sausage in case of the bartender race. And we thought, you know, when you really, because you have no idea what to expect, we're like, well, sausages, it seems like you're kind of just there and you're, you know, in one station. And then the bartender race just sounded like, wow, 12 bottles of wine and 12. And so if you just slow the race down, it gets a little bit easier, right? I think people make mistakes and people lose when they're, I mean, scatterbrain and they're getting stressed out and they're not paying attention to the details. You know, it's like, don't complicate the race. I mean, is it tough as it is? We make it tough. We truly make it harder than it needs to be.
Yeah.
So it felt like maybe the point at which you started to merge in the front of the pack, that was like the point where everybody else was getting in their own way. And the two of you just got out of your own way.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we said it the whole entire time, like we are our toughest competition. Like we just need to try and like out better ourselves. And we could see it. I could see it starting in the cheese thing. And I said it, I go, I hope the boys are getting in their heads, because they did. And we could see every time someone made a minor mistake on the race, which there's only so many points where we're all together, but those points were critical for us because we had a good mindset and we could see other people breaking a little bit, and we love them all dearly. But at the same time, like, this is a race. We weren't going to do anything intentionally. That's just like not really our character to like, you know, whatever, but it was just, let's be the best we absolutely can be. And let's hope that other people's faults are what kind of, you know, make them, you know, whatever. But yeah, no, we just slowed it down, ran our race, focused on ourselves, kept a good headspace. And we were just like, no matter what, we're proud of each other. And this is the headspace. This is what's going to get us to the end. So yeah.
On the show, you two came in, you were the flight attendants. Then after COVID, you came back, talked about how then because of COVID, you were not working as flight attendants. Now, are you two back, or have you moved in other directions?
We're back being flight attendants. I only work like part-time, very minimal hours a month, and I do life coaching now full-time. So I feel like that's just been a really big blessing, because I was going to go back and get my master's in clinical psychology. And then while I was on the race, I mean, producers and, you know, the other contestants were like, you need to be a life coach. Like, you are a Zen master guru. And I'm like, oh, I should, you know, do this. I didn't even really think about this avenue in life. And so I feel like that's a blessing and a gift that the race has given me in my own life. So I do that more full time, and I'm pregnant. So it'll be nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So it'll be nice to be able to, surprise, you know, be able to be home and have a baby instead of, you know, traveling, because unfortunately being a flight attendant does require us to be gone from the family. So it's a little easier.
We hope it's a girl. But
find out after this call, I'll find out what the sex is.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
So many big surprises.
But yes, we're back to it, but trying to take a step back and do some other things, just because the world's a crazy place right now. The job isn't what it was prior to being furloughed and prior to this pandemic. So yeah, we're just using what we did in the race, slowing down our lives a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely changed. Like, we used to have like better layovers, and I know people respected us more. And now it's just like, I don't know, it's tough. It's definitely a job that used to be like very desirable. And right now it's like, oh, I don't have to go to work today. Some days feels like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Totally makes sense. Except when you fly on the Amazing Race airplane.
Yeah,
Big Phil. We named it Big Phil.
How did Phil do, by the way, on you know, giving some sort of messages to the passengers? Did he do all right?
You know, I would pin his wings on him. I give him, you know, I hope every time someone gets off or on, he gives the eyebrow, like, I'm watching you. Don't take anything on the duct tape. So I thought he did it again.
Better not get Botox, Phil. I'm on to you if you do.
But yes, that plane was awesome. But I will say we were a little sad about the whole charter, that was definitely the safe route. That was definitely needed to make this race happen. But, our strength is we don't need a lot of sleep. We can be on the go. I think that a lot of teams really benefited from that, whereas it almost took away a benefit from us because, we did get to travel a little bit easier, and we were really hoping that would eventually wear and tear on some of these teams that maybe weren't used to that lifestyle. And it kind of evened out the playing field a little bit, in my opinion, where I think that would have been an added strength for us had we not had some of the travel differences. But with all that also being said, self-drive is the hardest thing ever on this race. And for us to have to do it literally the entire time coming back, I would choose getting lost in a cab or catching the wrong train. It's just like, dude, self-drive is no joke, man. But yeah, big Phil.
So if they bring the charter back next season, would you be interested in going back and working as flight attendants on it?
Absolutely. Sign me up. How do I apply? I'm in. I'm very good at keeping secrets. I won't disclose where we're going, but oh my God.
The best part is they obviously the flight attendants always knew where we were going and we never knew. And we'd always try to get it out of them. And they were like, stone cold over here, not saying a single word. And I'm like, come on.
Come on, flight attendant to flight attendant, help a girl out. And dude, they were literally zipped. At one point I thought they were going to slip up. They're like, oh, welcome to your undisclosed destination. I was like, damn, I thought they were going to say it.
Yeah, I also want to commend the two of you on the restraint that you both had at different points during the race. And I have to say, if I was running the race with my partner and I had lost the map, that it would not have gone nearly as well.
Yeah. I tried. I was like, Kayla, I hope I wasn't super bitchy. I was definitely annoyed, and that was obvious. But I also recognized that by being rude and fighting, that was never gonna solve anything. And she messed up. We're human, you know what I mean? I could have easily put it in my, but at the end of the day, it worked out. She initially was like, oh, it's okay, we don't need a map. And I was like, no, Kayla, we got lost getting down here with a map. We need a map. And then we found a gas station and it worked out so well, so it's just love each other through the whole process.
Yeah, but again, that's just true to who we are, outside of the race. I mean, life is meant to have fun and be enjoyed, and a lot of the ways that we handle bad situations is through poorly timed comedy. It's just how we do it, we laugh through it and we can make fun of ourselves for it later. Trust me, I was beating myself up over it, but it just, like she said, it wasn't going to help me by her getting onto my case, which therefore would not help us. So it was just, we took the flaws as they came and just tried to correct them as best we could without adding added pressure. Yeah. That was ultimately.
We always joke about her dad because her dad's a super fan and is really intense and is giving us all the pep talk and what we should and
do this, don't do this. And I literally, she goes, your dad's going to be so disappointed.
And I said, just watch your dad's reaction when you lose this map is going to be worth you losing the map. And it was. So there you go. So thank you for losing the map. It was great TV.
Yeah.
But ultimately it didn't feel like that was the thing that was the difference between life and death anyway.
No, yeah, we quickly corrected it. She was like, let's stop at a gas station. Let's just go in the direction. Cause that was another thing is everyone's like, why didn't you go back for it? And I go, because it was just the true meaning of lost. I didn't know. I couldn't remember. Did I bring it to the door? Did I leave it in the car? I'm like, I don't want to go on a wild goose chase for this map when Raquel made the point of let's just go buy another map. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to waste any time. It could take us 15, 20 minutes to find the same map that I lost, or it could take 5 minutes. It honestly took less than that to get a new one. But again, that was just us being calm, level-headed, and just okay, it sucks. I'm sorry, but let's fix it. And it wasn't a big deal.
Well, thank you again for coming on and spending some time with us to talk about your run on the Amazing Race. Again, incredible job. Real quick, yes to a return on the Amazing Race?
Absolutely. Guys, I still feel it in our core. We will be the 4th all-female team to win. So give us another chance.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Hurry up and put together that all-star season. We're waiting.
All right. Well, congratulations again, and all the best to you outside the Amazing Race. Okay.
Thank you guys very much. Truly.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.